So there has been a ton of patches in the last few days with PUBG Mobile. Let me really quickly go over them and let me show you what has changed, and then let me show you exactly how to use the ODM gear. Because I know so many people are struggling to use the ODM gear, and the ODM gear is so good. All right, so first thing is first, what has happened with all these patches and changes that the game has been implementing? I actually really love that PUBG Mobile is doing this, and they've been doing it even more in the most recent patches and updates. And all it means is that they are listening to what the player feedback is right when the update comes out, and they're making constant changes so that throughout the rest of the update, because the update is around 2 months long, they will be able to add any buffs, patches, changes almost instantly from the player feedback, and that is absolutely amazing for a game to do. So let me give an example of some of the things that they've changed. So with the ODM gear, when the game first launched with this new update, it was extremely slow to swap from the ODM gear to your gun. And so players figured out if you swap to your melee and then your gun from the ODM gear, you could quickly swap weapons instead of having to wait that really long pause when you're swapping the ODM gear. And then players also realized that while you're using the ODM gear, you could drag and drop it either into your backpack or onto the floor, and then you'll be using the ODM gear mid-use, and then it'll just disappear, and you'll be able to actually get some crazy plays from that. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how you could still get crazy plays with the ODM gear, but it's not going to be the same way because they patched and changed all those things. But with the recent patch, they did change how quick you get your weapon out when you swap to the ODM gear. It's actually as quick as what it was when you were swapping with the melee or when you were dragging it out. So it is pretty cool that they are listening to the community, but check this out. There is still another way to get cool plays with the ODM gear, and that is doing this. Go into your parachute, quickly canceling, and then getting your gun out. If you do want to do that with the ODM gear, which is what people were doing, and they were dragging the ODM gear out of their inventory, that's how they were trying to get those cool plays where they were swapping out the ODM gear. But now you can just go into the parachute. The thing that people are saying that you want to do is do this. You want to quickly go to our parachute, click cancel, get our gun out, and then start shooting. So, you know, you'll have to figure out, and it's going to be something that we're going to have to learn to master throughout this update, but that's the new way. You can also make yourself go a little bit higher. You can do this. Then you want to get the parachute out, cancel, get your gun out. So yeah, that is the new way to quick change your weapon out mid-jump. It is now fast enough to swap from your ODM gear to your weapon. But let's talk about the actual ODM gear itself and how to actually use it and perfect it. So they haven't changed much in the way the ODM gear works. And as you guys can see, do you guys see those little hit markers that are showing up on the screen, the little white markers? That's where the ODM gear can actually latch onto. So we're going to try to latch onto that building. We're going to wait till it shows up. Boom. Look at this. It latched all the way to that building. So that's the indicator. And it is a little bit wonky, and they are working on it, as you guys can see with the patches. So it's gotten a lot better in the meantime. No matter what, whether it has patches or not, this is definitely the movement gear of the update that you want to learn. So the best way to actually learn it is go to some place like Yaz, Pachinki, and start practicing the latching, because that's like the first thing they have to perfect. And as you can see, I don't have the most amount of gas that you could possibly have. You can actually upgrade this. So right now I have 3 bars of gas, but you can actually upgrade it to 6 bars of gas. The more gas you have, the more distance you can actually cover. But there are still ways that you could cover a lot of distance even with a short amount of gas. And the cool thing is I have got a hand cam to show you guys exactly how to do that. So you can actually, and I'm going to zoom in on the hand cam right now, you can click the jump button instantly and not use up your gas, and you can either get long distances with the ODM gear. You could use it to get yourself higher, parachute out, and then quickly cancel, get your gun out, start going crazy. You won't take any fall damage. They also have not only the upgrade, but you can also refill your gas bar instantly with those little refills that you find around the map. And speaking of where you can find the ODM gear, you can either find it at any of the events, whether it's the Attack on Titan themed events or the Steampunk Hot Drop events. You will find the ODM gear there. Or I think you can actually buy the ODM gear from one of the merchants as well, one of the like robot butler merchants. One huge tip that I have for ODM gear is using this ability. There's two abilities with it. So there's the ability right here that shoots you, and then there's the ability that slashes. So the slash ability, I feel like you only want to use it against Titans. Like that's the only way that I'd see it, or use it as a way to maneuver somewhere. But other than that, I don't see you using it to attack actual players unless it's just a very, rare scenario. The slashing feature is not like a melee feature. So these weapons here you can't use as a melee, but very soon here we are going to get some melee weapons that are based off of the ODM gear. I'll show you that the slash feature, it really doesn't do much damage to somebody. So yeah, I don't even know if I hit that dude. Try it again. Don't know if I hit that dude. Okay, so it looks like it took maybe 3 hits. It's better to learn the other abilities, like swapping out of this quickly or using the parachute to get your weapon out quicker when you're fighting somebody, because again, this gear is purely for movement. You want to use it for movement, and then you want to use your weapons for fighting. Another great thing that the ODM gear actually allows you to do is cross the river between military base and the rest of Erangel, and it's absolutely OP. You do have to perfect the jumping cancel feature with the ODM gear so that you don't waste gas when you're crossing the river. But the ODM gear for this update is definitely hands down the #1 movement item that you want to use besides the Titan. One thing that I would suggest learning with the ODM gear is that there is going to be a delay, and you're not going to have weapons to protect yourself when you're fighting against other enemies. So you're going to have to learn how to take cover with it. You're going to have to learn how to actually use it. Oh, Dunzo. Dunzo. Oh, is the guy still there? Oh, see? See, there's no point. That bot's gonna kill this guy. There's no point of doing that ability. Oh yes, the bot got him. All right, guys. Well, if this ODM gear guide helped you, let me know. Leave a comment and a thumbs up. Follow for more PUBG Mobile content. If you guys want a Titan guide, I've gotten really good with the Titan, so let me know. I'll do a Titan guide as well. Leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.